Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, may be the world's oldest living and most famous investor. How did Warren Buffett get rich and stay rich for more than half a century? We'll answer that in today's episode.
My name is Dan Henry, and when I was 16 years old, I decided that I wanted to be rich. So I studied as many wealthy entrepreneurs as I could and used what I learned to create my own successful business. The purpose of this channel is to share my research with the world and show you how they got rich.
American investor, businessman, and philanthropist Warren Buffett is known as one of the most successful investors that the world has ever seen, and for good reason. He's been a millionaire since the early 1960s, and he's only continued to build that wealth immensely throughout the last 60 years. Today, at 90 years old, his net worth is approximately $82 billion. The majority of his wealth comes from his role as chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, a multinational and multi-industry holding company. A holding company doesn't typically manufacture or sell any products or services, but rather serves as a parent business, owning shares in other companies. Buffett's beginnings as an investor date all the way back to his childhood. Many refer to the Omaha, Nebraska native having been born with business in his blood. Buffett's father owned a small private brokerage firm, working daily with a team of investors. He would sit in his father's office for hours at a time, intently watching the investors, paying close attention to the terms and vocabulary they used and the actions they took. He even purchased his first stock at 11 years old. A kid working at his parents' grocery store, investing some of his money in a few shares of stock. Talk about ambition. His dreams of being an investor and entrepreneur only grew from there. By age 15, he earned $2,000 as a paperboy and invested $1,200 of that into a 40-acre farm. He worked odd jobs throughout his teenage years and eventually saved up enough money for his first business venture, pinball machines. In his senior year of high school, he and a friend purchased a pinball machine for $25. The friend fixed it up, and Buffett pitched the idea to local barbershops. They would set up the pinball machines in the shops for customers to play while they waited their turn for a cut and shave. Buffett and his partner split the profits 50-50 with the barbershop owners. This venture proved to be quite successful. They reinvested their earnings into more pinball machines and sold the business within a year for a little over $1,000, not a small sum in the 1940s. Pleased with his success, Warren had little interest in attending college, although his father certainly pushed for him to enroll. Buffett enrolled at University of Pennsylvania before moving home and transferring to University of Nebraska. In just 3 years, he graduated with a degree in business. He then received a graduate degree from Columbia Business School in New York City, and where he began to take a keen interest in value investing, a strategy that involves picking stocks that appear to be trading for less than what they're actually worth. In fact, Buffett enrolled at Columbia because Benjamin Graham, a well-known expert on value investing, was a professor there. After graduate school, Buffett jumped headfirst into the world of investing. He moved back to Omaha and opened his first company, Buffett Partnership. He invested $100 of his own money, plus approximately $100,000 from a handful of investors, including some family members. This approach to investing was not the norm at the time. He didn't even work on Wall Street. A lot of people doubted him, predicting that he would fail. Buffett proved them all wrong. After opening the Buffett Partnership, he used the value investing technique and his business knowledge to search for and invest in deals on the stock market, such as a windmill manufacturing company and a bottling company. By 1959, he had formed a number of partnerships with a total of 9.5% stake in over $1 million worth of assets from those partnerships. By the time he was 30 years old, Warren was already a multimillionaire, which is a big deal today, but it was even more of a big deal in 1962. 14 years later, when he dissolved Buffett Partnership, it was worth over $100 million. Buffett made the most substantial investment of his entire life. He invested in and eventually took control of Berkshire Hathaway, which was a textile company at the time. The business was failing, and Buffett thought he would make more money as more mills closed. However, the firm tried to undercut him on his stock purchases, so he bought control of the company and fired the manager, mostly out of spite. Buffett estimates that this action likely cost him around $200 billion, and he claims it is one of his biggest regrets. Early in his career at Berkshire, he focused primarily on investing long-term in publicly traded companies. In recent years, he has purchased whole companies such as Dairy Queen, Geico, and Fruit of the Loom, among others. His decision to invest in Berkshire Hathaway fueled his wealth accumulation from the early 1960s to the present in 2020. But not in the way you might think. Billionaires don't get rich from just one single idea or action. Buffett's long-term wealth strategy has always focused on reinvesting. He learned the power of compound interest at an early age when he reinvested into his pinball machine business. He has spent his entire life reinvesting his money, looking for new opportunities, and making calculated decisions to grow his wealth. Buffett has always urged investors and business people to resist the urge to follow the crowd. He has done things differently his entire life, taking risks and going against the status quo, and look where it has gotten him. Buffett insists that once you've found that great idea, you can't simply twiddle your thumbs. You need to capitalize on it and take advantage of it before someone else does. At the same time, knowing when to quit, when to say no, and when to turn something down is absolutely critical. It's important to remain true to who you are, to not bite off more than you can chew, and to ensure that you dedicate the time and resources to the opportunities that can give you the most value. You can achieve investing success if you do your research and fully understand the company you're investing in and the risks and rewards involved. Successful investing requires an even temperament, according to Buffett. Don't worry about what others are doing. Stay focused on how you are making your money work for you. Warren Buffett has never been afraid to think differently. He learned through trial and error when to capitalize on good ideas and when to say no. He's been reinvesting his profits since the early 1960s, and because of that, he'll go down as one of the most successful and intelligent investors of all time. Be like Buffett. March to the beat of your own drum. Be sensible, make informed choices, and don't let crowd mentality sway your decisions.
Hey, Dan Henry here, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of How They Got Rich. I created this channel because these men and women inspired me to quit my job years ago as a pizza boy and pursue entrepreneurship, which eventually led me to become a multi-millionaire. If you'd like to know more about that, you can follow me on my main YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dan Henry. But before you go, I'd like to remind you why the people on this channel are successful, as well as myself. It's because they've mastered three main areas of their life: business, productivity, and mindset. And that's why I've made it my life's work to help others in those three key areas. So here are 3 ways I can help you right now. If you own a business and you're looking to grow it, you can head over to getclients.com and learn how we built a $20 million business, as well as learn how these strategies can apply to your business. You'll find a collection of free trainings, podcasts, and blog posts on that website to help you grow your business. As well, you can grab a free copy of my book, Digital Millionaire Secrets, which is a Wall Street Journal and USA Today bestseller. You can find that on getclients.com. Number 2, you can head over to plantomorrow.com and check out the Plan Tomorrow Daily Planner. This is a planner I personally designed to make myself more productive and get things done. Because the truth is, if you want to do big things, you have to get things done. And I know this planner will help change your life like it's changed mine. For a limited time, it also comes with a free productivity class taught by me, so head over there right now and grab yourself a copy. And finally, number 3, if you're struggling with mindset, confidence, motivation, imposter syndrome, or you're just looking to develop a rock-solid mindset so you can achieve more in life, then I want you to head over to howtothink.com, where we have daily mindset mentoring on how to achieve anything in life by changing the way you think. So grab a copy of your Plan Tomorrow Daily Planner now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.